Welcome to Physics for Life. This is a quick revision video of chapter Electromagnetic Induction. Magnetic flux. The number of magnetic lines of force crossing a surface normally is called magnetic flux linked with the surface. If the normal drawn to the surface area A makes an angle theta with the field B, then the magnetic flux phi is equals to BA cos theta, which is equals to B vector dot A vector. Magnetic flux is a scalar quantity and its dimensions are m1, l2, a to the power minus 1, t to the power minus 2. Now SI unit of magnetic flux is Weber. It is the flux produced when a uniform magnetic field of 1 Tesla crosses normally an area of 1 meter square. The CGS unit of magnetic flux is Maxwell, and 1 Weber is equals to 10 to the power 8 Maxwell. Now next is electromagnetic induction. It is the phenomenon of production of induced EMF and hence induced current due to the change in the magnetic flux linked with the closed surface, a closed circuit. The term electromagnetic induction means inducing electricity by magnetism. Now next is Faraday's law of EMI. So first law is whenever the magnetic flux linked with the closed circuit changes, an EMF is induced in which lasts only so long as the change in flux is taking place. Second law is the magnitude of induced EMF is equal to the rate of change of magnetic flux linked with the closed circuit. Mathematically, modulus E is equals to d phi upon dt. Now, next is Lenz's law. It states that the direction of induced current is such that it opposes the cause which produces in it. It means it opposes the change in flux. Now next is mathematical form of the laws of EMI. So for a coil of 1 turn, induced EMF is given as E is equals to minus d phi upon dt, which is equals to minus phi 1 minus phi 2 upon t1. And for a coil of capital N turns, E is equals to minus n d phi upon dt, which is equals to minus n phi 2 minus phi 1 upon t. The negative sign shows that induced EMF opposes the change in flux. It is in accordance with Lenz's law. Now next is motional EMF. The EMF induced across the ends of a conductor due to its motion in a magnetic field is called motional EMF. It is produced due to the magnetic Lorentz force acting on the free electrons of the conductor. If a conductor of length L moves with velocity v in the magnetic field B perpendicular to both its length and direction of the magnetic field, then the EMF induced across its end is given as E is equals to BLV. And for induced current, capital I is equals to E by R, which is equals to BLV upon R. And for necessary force necessary to move the conductor, F is equals to B square L square V upon R. And this is the power dissipation dissipated as Joule heating loss. P is equals to Fp, which is equals to B square L square V by R. Now next is Fleming's right hand rule. It gives the direction of induced EMF if we stretch the thumb and the first two fingers of our right hand mutually perpendicular like this, and the forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field, thumb points in the direction of motion of conductor, then this central finger points in the direction of current induced in the conductor. Now next is relationship between induced charge and change in magnetic flux, which is given by del q is equals to del phi upon r, which is equals to net change in magnetic flux upon resistance. Now next is methods of generating induced EMF. As phi is equals to BA cos theta, so the magnetic flux linked with a loop can be changed, and hence induced EMF can be produced by three methods. First is by changing the magnetic field B, second is by changing the area A of the loop, and third one is by changing the relative orientation theta of the loop and magnetic field. Now next is motional EMF in a rotating coil. So if an capital N turn coil of area A is rotated with a uniform angular velocity omega in a uniform magnetic field B about an axis perpendicular to the field B, then the motional EMF set up across the ends of the coil is given by E is equals to NBA omega sine omega t, and which is equals to E naught sine omega t, which is equals to E naught sine 2 pi ft, and where this E naught is equals to NBA omega, which is equals to peak value of induced EMF. Both the direction and magnitude of the induced change regularly with time. Such a sinusoidally varying EMF is called alternating EMF. Now next is eddy currents. These are the currents induced in a solid metallic masses when the magnetic flux threading through them changes. Such currents flow in the form of irregularly shaped loops throughout the body of the metal, and their direction is given by Lenz's law. Eddy currents cause unnecessary heating and wastage of power. So they are reduced by using laminated soft iron cores, and they are useful in first electric brakes, and second speedometers, third induction furnaces, and fourth one electromagnetic shielding. Now self-induction. So it is the phenomenon of production of induced EMF in the coil when a changing current passes through it. Now next is self-inductance or coefficient of self-inductance. This is the expression you can see here. So when a current I flows through a coil, flux linked with a coil phi is equals to Li, and then induced EMF is equals to minus d phi upon dt, which is equals to minus L di upon dt. The self-inductance of a coil is the induced EMF set up in it when the current passing through it changes at the unit rate. It is a measure of the opposition of the coil to the flow of current through it. Now next is self-inductance of a long solenoid. Here this is the expression you can see here. The self-inductance of a long solenoid of length L, area cross section A, and having capital N number of turns, then L will be equals to mu naught n square A upon L, which is equals to mu naught n, this is small n square L A, and where this small n is equals to capital N upon A. When the solenoid is wound over a soft iron core of relative permeability mu r, then mu L, this L will be equals to mu r mu naught n square I A. This is LA. The value of self-inductance depends on the number of turns of the solenoid and its area of cross section and the relative permeability of its core material. Now mutual induction. It is a phenomenon of production of induced EMF in one coil when the current through the neighboring coil changes at a unit rate. Now mutual inductance or coefficient of mutual inductance. So if a current I flow is flowing through one coil generates flux phi in the neighboring coil, then phi is equals to Mi, and induced EMF E is equals to minus d phi upon dt, which is equals to minus mdi upon dt. Thus mutual inductance of two coils may be defined as the induced EMF set up in one coil when the current in the neighboring coil changes at unit rate. Now next is mutual inductance of two long solenoids. The mutual induction of two long coaxial solenoids wound over one another is given as M is equals to mu naught n1 n2 A upon L, which is equals to mu naught n1 n2 A L, which is equals to mu naught n1 n2 pi r1 square L, where n1 and n2 are the number of turns per unit length of the solenoids, and L is the common length, and A is equals to pi r1 square, which is equals to cross sectional area of inner solenoid. Now next is Henry. So it is the SI unit for both self and mutual inductances. Induced inductance is 1 Henry if an induced EMF of 1 volt is set up when the current changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second, and 1 Henry is equals to 1 volt second ampere inverse, or which is equals to 1 Weber ampere inverse. Now the last topic is coefficient of coupling. So it gives a measure of the manner in which two coils are coupled together L1 and L2 if L1 and L2 are the self inductances of the two coils and M is the mutual inductance, then the coefficient of coupling K is equals to under root M upon L1 L2. The value of K lies between 0 to 1. Thank you for watching the video.